Yes, okay. Yes, he is. You want him to stop? Okay, 1 second.
Stop tape?
No. Okay. Well, certainly, Mike, and I think from the standpoint of a lot of Canadians, regardless of their party background, that have felt having a separatist group as the official opposition is not good for the country and is an embarrassment to the country. So we believe certainly that's going to be fixed on Election Day. Well, I think the government's support has steadily eroded right from day one. They couldn't explain why they were having the election. There's the trail of broken promises, particularly on unity in jobs and lack of accountability. And they just felt they could coast through it, and the public aren't going to let them do that. And I think you are seeing some last-minute panic, not so much in the meetings that are being held, but in all these wild attacks on reform, particularly because they're losing support to reform. Well, we're still out there endeavoring to get just as many votes as we can. Mike, we really haven't thought much about that. You know, we'll see what the results are tomorrow, but that's certainly one of the options. Well, I think you are seeing a realignment, Mike, and like what reform is poised to become is the national alternative to the Liberals. And what we're endeavoring to put together is all the people that believe in fiscal responsibility, equality of citizens and provinces, and bottom-up democratic accountability. If all those people come together, that's a national alternative to the Liberals who don't believe in fiscal responsibility, in our judgment, are on special status rather than equality and top-down. I think you're going to see a fundamental realignment in the Parliament, and it seems to me that the Conservatives under Mr. Charest are closer to the Liberals, and the NDP are closer to the Liberals. Reform is representing a distinctively different option. Well, they certainly, as you know, they're in 4th place in the West, and Mr. Charest tied this rock of distinct society around their candidates across the country, and increasingly people just don't think that's the answer to national unity. And of course fiscal conservatives are coming to reform, because reforms have this consistent desire to balance the budget and deliver tax relief. And I do think some of the attacks from the Tories these last few days are motivated by this fact that they are not leading now in any region of the country at all. No, at least I think the way Mr. Charest has explained the Conservative position, that he is closer to the Liberals than he is to us, and that's why we're making this appeal to fiscal Conservatives that are still in the Tory party, and Conservatives who don't support really with the Liberal and the Tory approach on distinct society, to find a new political home and to do it this weekend so that we can start building this genuine national alternative to the Liberals starting on June 3rd. Well, we want to be tough on separatists, Mike, but we're not talking about being tough on Quebecers. What we're talking about is offering them a third option, and not just Quebecers, discontented Federalists across the country, that we base this third option on focusing the national government in 10 big areas of national responsibility, then offer each of the provinces a bundle of rights that allows them to develop the distinctive and unique features of their economies and societies. And that way you get both unity and diversity, but you base it on equality rather than special status. Well, that's right, and also we include in our bundle of rights the provinces, natural resources, social services, and jurisdiction over language and culture. And the fact that Quebec will use that bundle differently than Ontario, or Ontario will do it different than Alberta, that's fine. And if we do get a bigger platform and a better platform and a national platform to communicate that view after the election, that's going to be the breath of fresh air that will get into that Parliament and into this national unity debate. Okay, thank you very much, Mike. Bye-bye.